What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends? This would be the ultimate case of Senpai noticed me if I actually cared about question Senpai noticing me. I was gonna do this video that I'm doing now quite literally about 5 minutes before I just got my latest tweet. We're gonna go over the tweet and all of that bullshit later, and over some other stuff I noticed later. But I hope you enjoy the nice clickbait I gave this video, because the person in question is another person that made a video titled exactly like this about someone else in a very similar situation. And of course we're talking about DSP, because I'm a bully. I pick on DSP all the time. And I watched his Crash Bandicoot 2 stream. And you may remember I did a little video after he beat Crash Bandicoot 1. And the video was like named "So at DSP about Crash Bandicoot" or something along those lines. And the thing people was talking about at the time was that he promised 7 hours of Crash Bandicoot, and he didn't give 7 hours of Crash Bandicoot. He didn't even give 6. He gave a 7-hour stream of Crash Bandicoot. And you can go back and watch that video. I'm sorry for seeming lazy with this, but I'm not gonna go back and find screen caps of a video I did more than a month ago. But I'm gonna link that video in the description if you want to watch it, if you didn't already see it. But in that video, I still remember one line he said. He said he promised 7 hours of gameplay, and that's what he gave or some shit. Because the thing people was complaining about was that he didn't start Crash Bandicoot 2, was that he only played Crash Bandicoot 1. But he mentioned Crash Bandicoot 2 a lot when he mentioned Crash Bandicoot 1. So people assumed he would play Crash Bandicoot 2. But that's beyond a question. That's old. That's an old situation now. But the term he used when he tried to get himself out of that and try to defend himself, he said, "I promised 7 hours of Crash gameplay." He didn't give 7 hours of Crash gameplay. Fast forward a month, he's playing Crash Bandicoot 2 on stream. And I have screen caps of this. I had to actually get the screen cap from my last video. So I guess me making these stupid videos about his Patreon is a good idea, because I was able to get a screen cap from not the last Patreon video I did on DSP, the one before that, when he was getting money to do his second Crash marathon. And the marathon, I'm actually have to go to my fucking Twitter and find it. Sorry if this seems messy. I'm doing this kind of on a spur of the moment, but I should do decent editing to make it not awful to watch, if that makes sense. Anyway, it says, based on patron voting, in late June, I will have played a 7-hour plus mini marathon, blah, 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 blah. The point is, it says 7-hour plus marathon. This was before he finished his first Crash marathon. And this also applied to the Crash marathon he just played. This was him getting money for the current marathon, the one that just happened. I'm recording this the night the fucking marathon happened, which is why I look worse than I normally look, because I'm tired. Anyway, he said 7-hour plus mini marathon. It said 7-hour plus mini marathon both months that marathon was live. The first time when people got on his ass for not playing Crash 2, like I said, he tried to back out of the situation by saying he promised 7 hours of Crash gameplay, and that's what he gave. He still didn't give 7 hours of Crash gameplay. But this time, I did my due diligence, and I timed it, because I'm a no good hater that doesn't have a life. So I timed it. And my time is a little off. I'm not going to lie. I'm not perfect when it comes to timing something like that. People in the chat had to remind me a few times. But regardless, you can give or take 1 or 2 minutes on that timer. And it's at 5 hours and 50 minutes and 40 seconds. He didn't play more than 6 hours. and he didn't play less than 5 hours and 50 minutes. This is him with a controller playing the fucking game. He streamed for about 7 hours. That's true. But he didn't even play for 6. And like I said, after his first stream, he said he promised 7 hours of gameplay, and that's what he gave. Fast forward a month, now he's saying he promised a 7-hour stream, which is why we're going to go into his tweet actually directed towards me. Because DSP thought it would be a good idea to tweet me. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not even going to bring up what happened when I tried to join his chat, because that's irrelevant. And apparently people thought I was a troll. But yes, Senpai noticed me. DSP went and fucking tweeted me. Why? I don't know. Because he's fucking stupid sometimes. But I'm trying to not sound like a hater. I don't want this to seem like a bullying video. Anyway, one of his fans, Revan Kusanagi is their Twitter name. I'm not trying to make anybody look bad by pointing out their Twitter name in the video. So sorry if you pissed off about me saying your Twitter name in the video. But anyway, I tweeted, you promised 7 hours of gameplay. You gave less than 6 thoughts. And Revan replied to someone else, I think. Or someone replied with my tweet to them or whatever. And they said, once again, want him to sacrifice his health because he had a headache and his eyes was hurting. Really? You got paid money directly in your hands to play the game. Now your health is at risk. Taking a 10-minute break every hour to every hour and a half, your health is at risk. If his health was legitimately at risk, he's never going to be able to work any job anywhere ever in his life. If his health is at risk from sitting on the sofa and pushing some buttons, I'm sorry, but he's never going to work anywhere ever. A legitimately handicapped person can do more than that. Anyway, let me continue. Then I replied, what did I even say? Let me try to find what I said. I'm not good at navigating Twitter on the fly like this. So my apologies if this video seems a little messy. I replied, if his health is at risk for doing a marathon of a game, then he shouldn't promise one, which makes fucking sense. Anyway, they replied, although he should make up for the missing time at some point just for us just to fulfill it, which he should. People that don't necessarily hate DSP, and I don't hate DSP. I've said this plenty of times. I just hate some of his decisions sometimes. In this case, I really hate his fucking decision. But this is a DSP fan that said this. You know, they're not muted or blocked or any of that shit. Anyway, DSP replied to their tweet. Cut out my name. Cut out other people's names. So I'm like, okay, he replied to the tweet. He cut out my name. Fair enough. He doesn't want to reply to a hater and give him more ammo or give him something to talk about. And he replied, what missing time? Stream was over 7 hours and ran during the promised time frame. There's nothing to make up. So in DSP logic, I can go to my job and say, yeah, I want to work 12 hours today. Pay me for 12 hours. I could work 1 hour and go on a 6-hour break and come back and work 1 hour and then go on a 6-hour break and then come back and then work 1 hour. I don't know if that's 12. I've been drinking, but you get what I mean. It's not how it works. If he wants to do a 7-hour stream and have breaks, then maybe put in your fucking Patreon goal, it's going to be a 7-hour stream with breaks. Then maybe when you try to back out of getting fussed at for not playing Crash 2 a month ago, maybe he shouldn't have said he promised 7 hours of Crash gameplay. Maybe he should have said he promised a 7-hour stream. Do you understand where I'm coming from here? And I love how they fucking apologized for it. Don't apologize. You're not wrong at all. DSP is the only wrong person in this situation. But he replied to me, sure, you can't read. It's a 7-hour marathon stream, not all gameplay, or else I'd never even get a break. Learn to read, thanks. Tell people learn to read. The same dude that can barely do commentary over anything. The same dude that says it is what it is and but I digress every 10 fucking seconds. The same dude, his commentary is saying shitty dicks and fuck bullshit ass. He's telling me to learn how to read. He can't even fucking talk. But I digress. Anyway, he has 3 new tweets, which is great. Mario and Sonic are far easier, blah, 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 whining about the game being hard. Everyone equals the people who try to make me look bad. Are you 5 years old, DSP? These people try to make me look bad. Really? Really? Everyone, the people that try to make me look bad. Really? Really? That's how you word us now. We're not even detractors anymore. We've downgraded into the people that want to make him look bad. This is like a 5-year-old being picked on in the fucking playground. Teacher, Joe trying to make me look bad. He drew a picture and drew big ears on it, and my ears not big. This is what he seems like when he says this, the people that try to make me look bad. Anyway, stream ran over 7 hours as promised. Stream chat was pleased. Sure they were. Anyway, let's go over some more initial tweets because reading tweets in the video is very exciting for you, I'm sure. We have, sorry if I'm breathing into the microphone. Stream chat went live. Well, the stream went live. One of his breaks. Another one of his breaks. Thanks for another great marathon. Got more than 50% through a completionist run of Crash 2. Keep in mind, first time he played Crash Bandicoot, it wasn't a completionist run. But now when he plays Crash 2, out of nowhere, it's a completionist run. And him saying the stream chat was pleased is complete bullshit. Because his stream chat wasn't pleased. Random people that are confirmed not to be haters wasn't too pleased with his completionist run bullshit. So that's a lie. But you don't have to believe me on that. I have no logical proof when it comes to something like that, so you don't have to really believe it. But his first Crash playthrough wasn't a completionist playthrough, but now this one is. Fair enough if he wants to do a completionist playthrough, right? Let's continue. Crash 2 will continue if patrons choose to set it as a future stream. Right now I've got a headache. Glad it's over. You gave me $1,250 to do something. I'm done with it. Glad it's over. He could play the game however the fuck he wants to play it. But when you're getting money directly in your hand to play a game, you really gonna handle it this way? You're really gonna play it the way you didn't say you would play it originally? I've never heard him mention, I'm gonna do a completionist playthrough. This came out of nowhere. So he's gonna do a completionist playthrough of a game he never played before out of nowhere. Beat half the game. And then all but go on Twitter and say, if you want to continue to see it, pay me some more. Really? Let's continue. Now uploading videos, blah, blah, blah. And just to preempt any nonsense, this was a Patreon marathon, not a playthrough, and I wasn't guaranteeing to finish the game on his stream. Remember last time watch the video I did when he played Crash Bandicoot 1. I'm going to put it in the description. These tweets are damn near the same. I didn't promise this. I didn't promise this. I didn't promise that. I didn't promise that. Backpedal, backpedal, backpedal. Again. People gave this dude money for this. And they're going to still give him money after this. For real. If the patients choose to see the game continued on a future marathon, I'll play it again, or maybe they'll choose something else, up to them. He beat half the game and put the other half of it on hostage. You know what month it is? I'm recording this video. It's currently July 29th. July 29th. Let's read the next tweets. Let's read the next tweets. I don't even know what he said. Maybe, oh no, I'm not muted. Hope they choose to see Crash 2 continue. Honestly, I do too. I put tons of work into it today, so it'd be a shame to go to waste. So you want to play it, according to your Twitter, even though you hated the game damn that most of the stream. But you want to play it. But you're only going to play it if you get paid. Even though you already got paid to play it once before. And you call Tim Schafer a thief. But you're not a thief. All right. All right. If you like the game, play the game when you have free time and let patrons choose other games for a marathon. Exactly. He says, I've got far too much else to do. I'm already completely booked into the hardcore gaming season. He's booked until the end of the year. Booked doing what, DSP? Taking 2 hours to eat and watching movies till 2 in the morning? What is he booked with? Explain. Someone explain what is he booked with. Because all he playing now is games that get low as fuck views and games he getting paid to play. If you completely booked until November and shit, it's your fault for making people pay you to play a bunch of fucking games that get low fucking views. But booked. He's booked. He's booked until November. But he's not booked if he gets paid. Fair enough. But when a movie star does a new movie, they're only doing it for the money. Just like when DSP plays a game for YouTube, he's only doing it for the money. But I'm being a hater, and I'm just one of those people that try to make him look bad. I don't really have any free time until next year at this point. August is booked. Hardcore gaming season is near. Are you fucking serious? Already have a full streaming schedule worked out for August. What is the schedule, DSP? Because when you do your weekend preview, you don't know what the fuck you're gonna do. What is the schedule? I don't know. What games come out in August that he has to play? I don't know. He barely knows what he's gonna do until the day before he does it. So how is August booked? If I watch his weekend preview Sunday night, and then by the time Tuesday hit, his whole week changed, how does he know what he's doing in the entire month of August? You can call Tim Schafer whatever the fuck you want to call him. I'm not a Tim Schafer defending person. That's not the right words. I don't know anything about Tim Schafer. I've said this multiple times before, but it's just stuck in my mind how he made a whole video dedicated to calling Tim Schafer out and calling him a thief, when we could do the same exact thing about him. And even then, Tim Schafer, you can call him a thief, but Tim Schafer got paid and he put out the game. You got paid and you ain't putting out shit. So you a bigger thief than him. Just saying. If you do some thieving shit, don't call someone else out for doing some thieving shit. 2 more new tweets from DSP. Giving it some thought, and if people really want to see the conclusion of Crash 2 in August, I'll consider doing a couple of more streams. He changed his mind really fast, didn't he? Maybe he got some complaints from people that are actually important, aka people that give him money. Maybe. But if people really want to see it, aka if a lot of people ask for it, and I think I might get decent views for it. And how much people had to get pissed off for him to consider it? And I'm still uploading this video. No, fuck it. I could sit right here and say, well, I might be wrong. I'm not gonna upload. No, still gonna upload it. Because somebody obviously said something to him and he got a little scared and changed his mind. And believe it or not, in the last hour, he lost a $10 Patreon pledge. So maybe a couple of people are getting a little annoyed at this situation. Maybe a couple of people are wising up and saying maybe I should put my money towards something else. Not even better, just something else. You know, I'm not gonna sit on here and I'm not gonna sit on a video and try to tell people how to spend their money, but at least put money towards a person that appreciates it. This dude doesn't appreciate it. He just doesn't. But let's see. Let's see how long it took him to change his mind. He went, okay, I'm going to say about an hour and a half. Within an hour and a half, he went from August through next year being completely booked, meaning he had no free time whatsoever, to, well, if people really want to see it, I might do it. Really? I doubt he looked at his hardcore gaming schedule calendar and said I could find some time. Somebody that's giving him some money, told him something he didn't want to hear, or he got enough bad feedback to when he actually kinda fucking listened. Maybe. Will he play Crash Bandicoot 2 for free? Kinda for free? Who knows? But my original conclusion on him still stands. He's a fucking thief, just like Tim Schafer is a thief, because he did this bullshit with Crash Bandicoot 2 when he said it was 7 hours of gameplay and it wasn't, and now he's backpedaling out of that saying it's just a 7-hour stream. If that's the case, I could hit OBS and hit start streaming and find YouTube gaming videos and leave my computer alone and come back in 24 hours and say, yay, 24-hour stream. That's not how it works. Anyway, we have one more tweet because he can't not tweet. 7 hours in and I'm only over 50%. If you're going for all the gems in the game, it's very lengthy. Yeah, if you're going for all the gems in the game and you don't know how to play the game because it's your first time playing it. He died almost 300 times. And not even 6 hours worth of playing. He died almost 300 times. And he's trying to collect all the gems. If he would have played the game and not tried to collect all the gems, he would have beat it. And then he would be trying to put Crash Bandicoot 3 behind another Patreon paywall. But instead, he did some kind of completionist playthrough for some fucking reason, got halfway through it, and tried to put the other half on behind the paywall. And apparently he got a lot of bad feedback because he changed his mind on it. But guess what, DSP? You shouldn't have fucking replied to my tweet acting like an asshole. And you should have said you're going to consider it originally instead of fucking backpedaling out of your decision not even 2 hours later. So guess what? Because this video is still going on the internet. Have fun. Have fun with another hater video on YouTube. I'm sure you enjoy it. Why did I go for a completionist run in Crash Bandicoot 2? Because 1, it seemed attainable, and 2, it was way more fun challenging than rushing through. He complains about challenge. Crash 1 was so hard to beat, it normally took entirely last stream. Crash 2, I would have beaten in a few hours, so the gems made sense. I'm reading these tweets fast because I'm running out of time and I don't feel like switching settings on my camera to make the video longer. Wow. Let me read this again. Sorry if you're looking at a black screen now. Why did I go for a completionist run in Crash 2? Because 1, it seemed attainable, and 2, it was way more fun / challenging than just rushing through. That makes no fucking sense. How are you gonna say you chose to do something because it was more fun and challenging, but you only knew it was fun and challenging after you fucking tried to do it? So your second point is completely invalid because it makes no fucking sense. Then 1, it seemed attainable. According to who? Crash 1 was, then this is how it makes even less fucking sense. This video going overtime now. He says it seemed attainable in Crash 2. But then he said Crash 1 was so hard to beat it normally and took the entire marathon. So Crash 1 was so hard it took an entire marathon to beat. Why would you try to get 100% in Crash 2? What? Crash 2 I would have beaten in a few hours so the gems made sense. He's admitting to... What? I'm sorry for posting a tweet as a part of a fucking video, but this is so fucking stupid. I can't even spell. Sorry about that. Oh my God. You know what? Fuck this. Intentionally. There we go. I've been drinking tonight. I've been watching them play Crash Bandicoot for 6 hours. Give me a break. What? This is not good. This is bug typing mechanics, dude. Oh my God. I thought I spelled it like that at first. Whatever. I can't wait till I get a real keyboard. This is awful. Yeah, admitting to intentionally fluffing the stream. It's no other way I could look at it, dude. He said I could have beat it in a few hours so the gems made sense. So it made sense to purposely make yourself take longer to beat the game, even though he already promised if he beat Crash 2, he would move on to Crash Bandicoot 3. He blatantly admitting that he fluffed his stream just to take longer to beat the game. Wow. Are you fucking serious? Of course, but the people who are complaining are those who trying to make me look bad no matter what. They just make shit up. Well, DSP, guess what? Guess what? I didn't make nothing up in this fucking video. I got screen caps and everything. And I'm on your Twitter right now. These are no fucking screen caps. I can scroll up. I can scroll down. I can click on tweets. None of this is Photoshop. None of this is made up. So what's your excuse for this? What a let me get in this video. Wow. A fucking amazing. A fucking amazing.